My name is Kate, and I'm here to talk to you guys today about the human brain. Now, the brain is a small member in a large collection of other masses within the human body. There are billions of different connections that happen throughout your body, and they're all steered by the brain. Millions of those happen in just a microsecond. The brain controls emotions, instincts, reasoning, and so much more. Yet, many believe that this is a result of evolution, that the brain came about by a series of different molecules coming together just by lucky chance to bring us to this point. But this is simply not possible. The human brain is only a result of divine creation. This will be clear when the immense processing power, empathy and complex emotions, and the presence of reason is examined and explained. The processing power of the average human brain is immense. Science believed that this was developed and increased over billions of years, but the processing power is difficult to even comprehend by your own brain. You can take a look at this by imagining the University of Michigan football stadium. In your brain, there are around 180 billion neurons. Now, if you take the University of Michigan football stadium, there are 107,000 seats. If you put one neuron in each one of those seats, take that Michigan football stadium, put another one on top of it, you need around 370,000 Michigan football stadiums. Just to imagine how many neurons are inside your brain. One brain. To add on to this, there are around 60 trillion connections that happen within your brain. 150 to 300 million of those happen in a cubic millimeter. Richard Feynman, an aerospace engineer who studied the brain and evolution, says that it's equal to around 34,000 iPhone processors. That's insane. But science says this is a result of a lucky accident, that some molecules just came together to create an ape, that ape evolved into a human, and that, lucky enough, that human got a pretty cool brain. But you see, that is kind of hard to believe when you take a look at other animals. Science attempted to harness the power of monkeys by looking at their brains. They placed electrodes in the part of their brains that control movement, connected those to each other, so there were two monkeys, and then wired that up to a computer that displayed a robotic arm. Those two monkeys worked together to then control that robotic arm. But even through this, science could not explain how this processing power could equate to the humans, or how that processing power even came to be. When did the brain even evolve? Why are there no brilliant monkeys? What caused evolution in the brain that hasn't been caused in others? Science says it was time and necessity, brushing away all these questions with vague answers. But it cannot be by random processes or chance that the brain came to be. Only a divine creator who was composing a masterpiece of a brain to manage the output of these neurons repeatedly, effortlessly, and inexplicably could have been possible. In addition to the brain merely functioning, it enables us to reason and reach conclusions that no other animals can obtain. Evolutionists admit to the mystery of reason's origin and have no explanation for how this manner is observed through time. Science says that it was an organization and apparent proof of humans' creativity that resulted in rationality's evolution. They say episodic memory is something that is specific to humans and is proof that we're different than everybody else. Episodic memory is the association of events happening in chronological time. It's also the advanced scope of us being able to comprehend things and remember things that's different than other creatures. But why do only humans have this? What caused that memory to advance? What even is reason in the first place? Some argue that reason was taught, and that the understanding and furthering of this was brought about by social interactions. Hans Rakowski and Michael Tomasello once said, "If we imagine a human child born onto a desert island, somehow magically kept alive until adulthood, it is possible that this adult's cognitive skills will not differ very much, perhaps a little, but not very much, from those of other great apes." How is this possible? Different civilizations with different customs, different isolations, all are seen with very similar empathy, religion, reason, and advanced preservation, medicine, so much more. We reason not because we were taught to reason, but because we were made to reason. One who created us in our image created humans to reason. We were created in the image of an all-powerful Lord. Psalms 1:7 says, "Then God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea and over the birds of the heavens, and over the livestock, over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth." We are made in this way because we were made in the image of someone who's all-knowing and all-powerful. He gave us the gift of knowledge, reasoning, and understanding upon our new creation. James 1:5 says, "If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given to him." See, knowledge was not withheld. It was not a social complex. It was not a complex process that happened throughout time. It was a gift that's to be sought after us daily. Knowledge and wisdom increases because humanity discovers more. It did not occur through our events just for plain necessity. Reason can only be crafted by a creator with intention. Another phenomenon of the human brain and processing system is the ability to have empathy and relationships with other humans beyond the ability of any other species. Empathy is the ability to sense other people's emotions, coupled with the ability to imagine and experience what another is thinking or feeling. See, it's this wonderful thing that we have that enables us to be compassionate with others. But evolution says that this ability to be compassionate is just a series of connections that happen through parental care as an infant and then are furthered by group collaboration. But this ability is specific to humans. And it happened, apparently, when the human race diverged from that of apes. But animals have basic empathy, right? You ever see your dog be happy when you come home? You know, they have kind of emotions to a certain extent. But why are these deep emotions developed specifically in humans? Evolution says that the product of the brain expanding and the necessity of adapting is how this occurred. But animals have all of these things as evolution occurring throughout time. They adapted. Why did only we adapt in this way? Why has the brain expanded and others have not? Animals are social as well. If that's what caused our advancement, how have they not advanced in the same way? Evolution never elaborates on where empathy advanced, what empathy even meant in the advancement of humans, why empathy advanced specifically to humans, or how empathy even came to be. The complex aspect of the human race and all of the knowledge that came with it just happened. And it happened for our benefit. But the Bible offers an explanation for this. Matthew 7:12 says, "So in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you, for this sums up the law and the prophets." The law and the prophets is basically known as our Old Testament or the Jewish Bible. This was recorded, reaffirmed, and collected through so many different people and then passed down through generations. We are commanded to do this because we are called by our Creator, not because it's necessary for our advancement to just be kind to people, to have empathy. This was something that was given to us. 1 Peter 3:8 says, "Finally, all of you, be like-minded, be sympathetic, love one another, be compassionate and humble." But why do we do this? Psalm 86:15 says, "But you, Lord, are a compassionate and gracious God, slow to anger, abounding in love and faithfulness." We take instruction from the one who created us in his image. He teaches us to pursue knowledge and reason and companionship. Human compassion is a result of the human race expressing how thankful we are for God's gift of love and grace. We then obey those commandments that he gave us and fulfill how we were created to be. Loving, wonderful, processing, isn't that awesome? And just reason to begin with. Human emotions and empathy specifically came from the Maker. So through the processing power, the advanced ability of humans being able to reason, and the variety of emotions and passions that the brain controls, it is clear that such things can only be a result of divine creation. Evolution fails to explain, expound, or explicate on the background or proof of this. They just give vague and conceptual answers for things that we see throughout time. And they say time was what caused it. Necessity was what caused it. Nothing that has any sort of reason behind why the brain was created and developed through evolution. With a creator who's intentional and all-knowing, all-loving, the human brain points to the proof and magnificence of a creator rather than the mystery of a fool. Thank you.